Hey guys, it's Paisley here, and today we are back with my PC 1 year later. So, a year later, it is the best computer I have ever built in my life. Literally the only computer I built in my life, and it does everything that I want it to do and that I need it to do. Editing has never been easier, filming videos have never been easier, but gaming, that is the one most popular thing I think PCs are built for, besides, you know, work and other stuff that people do. And gaming has been so much more accessible now because of me building this thing. So some of you might be new, some of you might be OGs of this channel before it transitioned to gaming and this lifestyle kind of content. So when I first started my channel, I had a Mac, and you know, a Mac computer, in my opinion, you cannot game on that thing. Okay, you can, but there are limits, there are restrictions and things that you can't do, lots of games that you cannot access. Okay, I have been making videos on Rebirth, and I would not be able to do that if I had a Mac whatsoever. It does not have the capacity to handle that kind of game, and many other games on Steam or other platforms. Now, another thing that I want to do is maybe address some of the things that have been said in the comments. So one person I remember said that my 128 gigabytes of RAM is overkill, and I'm here to tell you that it's not at all overkill. I animate, I edit videos, all the videos that are on my channel, I edit them all myself, and I've been doing that for the past 10 years since I've started this channel. And literally, if it wasn't for my RAM that I have, it just it wouldn't be as efficient as it is now. Before this computer, I was editing on a Windows laptop, and then before that it was a Mac and a MacBook Pro. And literally I have such vivid memories of editing. I remember pulling all-nighters during middle school, and just the editing on that computer, not fun. Lots of lag, lots of freezing, lots of glitches. I know that happens probably to any computer, but it was more present on the Mac for sure. It was more present. Here, not so much. Literally all I have to do, if I run into an issue, all I have to do is open Task Manager, force quit the app, and reopen it, and that's it. And that's it. It works. If I was on the Mac right now, it would freeze, and I would have to hold the button on the back of the computer to completely start it over, and then open the app again after everything loads in, and then attempt to edit again. Here, I have not had those issues. I can't even think at the top of my head if I've ever had a real issue that like really stops me from editing or putting out a video. Maybe if I tried to export with Media Encoder and it freezes, that's why I kind of stopped using that anyway. But I never really run into any issues because of this powerful computer. So I'm really glad I built it. I will definitely say that I'm so glad I built my computer when I did, because now prices have skyrocketed. Okay, the amount of RAM that I have is like triple in price last time I checked. And I think those video cards, this thing I got right here, are skyrocketing right now too. So I remember somebody commented, I think someone commented on my PC part picker or on my video, I don't remember where, but I remember someone said you should have waited for like a release or something, or for prices to go to this level. And I'm so glad that I just built my PC when I did, because not only did I want to do that for the longest time, I just didn't know how to do it. Like when the pandemic was literally going on from 2020 to 2021, and in that time frame, first of all, I was not gonna know anything about building a PC whatsoever. I knew nothing other than like watching videos here and there, but for me actually to take in information and know how to build it myself, that was just not going to be possible at that time. So then 2024 came along, well 2023 and then 2024, you know, end of the year, beginning of the new year, that came along, and I was really able to say, you know what, why don't I watch some videos? That's also what I did, by the way. I watched a ton of videos before building my PC so that I can know what I'm getting myself into and how to do it. And then I looked at all the parts on PC Part Picker and made sure they were compatible, and they were. So I bought my parts, waited for them to arrive. Then I realized I was gonna need more parts, like a few more, because this motherboard that I have right here is an Ethernet motherboard. And if you get an Ethernet motherboard, you're not gonna have Wi-Fi after you install all your PC parts together. So I ended up having to buy a PCIe, adding it to the PC, and now I can run it with Wi-Fi and not have to run an Ethernet cable through my house. And it makes everything so much easier, so much more convenient, and I prefer it that way personally. Everything's been great, and I'm really glad I did that. Corrected my error. Now the RAM, also another thing about my RAM, it's not overkill at all. It literally exceeds like just everything that I could ever want and need for what I do. Games nowadays, like Rebirth for example, they require you to have 16 gigabytes of RAM as the minimum. That's what they recommend. So if you have 6 gigabytes of RAM, that's not cutting it. Okay, it's not. I know some people would probably be like, oh, you could just get 32 gigabytes of RAM or 64 gigabytes, but no, for me, once again, I edit my videos. I also study animation, and I have studied animation, and to run software like Blender or Maya, you need that RAM. You need the RAM, because if you don't have the RAM, good luck. Good luck. Like I don't remember what it was like when I used to use Cinema 4D on my Windows laptop. Actually on my MacBook Pro first, because the iMac, I don't even think it could handle it. And I don't remember what that was like, but it was definitely not as smooth and crisp as it is on here. I can run Blender, I can let my computer render animations and things overnight, and it's great, it's awesome. And I would not be able to do that if I didn't get the RAM that I got or any of the other components that I got. Literally, it changes your workflow, it changes your life. It's worth it. No regrets. So people, to be honest, my response to people saying stuff like, oh, 120 gigabytes of RAM is overkill, or the video card you got is bad, or you should have waited. No, like, you guys, I understand, like, these are your inner thoughts when you see that number, but you don't understand how life-changing, like, how much it improves the workflow to have those components. And it's so much better to have that much RAM instead of being like, years later, maybe I should buy more RAM. No, I just got that out the way. I don't have to get that later. I already have it. It's great. It's great. So yeah, my recommendation, if you're gonna build it, I don't know if now is the right time because the prices are really going up. I think the time that I built it and before, I don't know what prices were like before I built it, but when I built it, it was a good time to build it and buy the parts. Obviously, the price, normal in my opinion. Now the price is outrageous. The RAM that I have right now is like triple the price I paid. Insane. and video cards are apparently going up. So it's not a good time. It's not good. It's not good. It's unfortunate because now many people are probably gonna get, I feel like YouTube is probably gonna go back a little bit to early YouTube when I was also just watching people on YouTube play video games, because I don't have the computer to run the game that I want to play, so I would just watch people play the game. That's probably gonna happen, to be honest, because how many people out there are gonna be able to build a PC with the prices the way they are now? Not many. And with that being said, I'm gonna take my channel back to the early 2000s era of YouTube, because that's what I want for my channel. Like, I will put some editing here and there because I have my own editing style, but I am gonna bring that early 2000s style to my channel because that's what I want. And that's why my whole branding and my whole channel banner and everything, I made it this whole 2000s style with the fridge or metro and all these other effects that I put on it. So that's basically me saying this is the vibe that my channel is going to have and that I'm bringing to this new year, 2026. Happy New Year, by the way. But yeah, I'm very excited for that and looking forward to all the videos I'm gonna make after I finish Rebirth, and then going back to making maybe videos that are less than an hour. I still like doing this though. I've learned a lot from it. I'm really glad I built my PC. I'm really glad with all the hardships and like the things I learned. I learned a lot over the past year with OBS and editing and really finding a new workflow for this computer and making content and playing games and all this other stuff that I do. So I'm really excited to see what it's gonna bring for the new year and all the videos that I make in the future, since now I would say that now I'm pretty much used to using this computer and editing and playing video games and understanding how it works better. So yeah, I definitely prefer playing video games on here as opposed to a console. Nothing against the console, you know, I love my Wii, I love my Nintendo systems, I love my PS4, I love it, but I love this more. I definitely love this more. 10 out of 10 recommend. Maybe hopefully prices go down so that everybody has access to build their PC. I'm so glad I did, because that is an experience that everybody I feel like should experience. Definitely better to build it yourself than instead of getting a pre-built, because you can customize it yourself. It's either you customize it yourself or you just buy the pre-built, pre-done thing because you're, of whatever reason, you're too afraid or whatever it is that you thought of to do that. I prefer this. If something needs to be changed, all I have to do is go to my PC part picker list, pick the component that I want to update it to, and check if it's compatible. And if it's compatible, it'll tell you. If it's not, then it will tell you it's not. If you buy a pre-built, you don't have access to that. As far as I know, as far as I can tell, you don't have access to that. You probably can't take the part out and change it and not have something go wrong. I mean, I don't know what the company did that put it together. I don't know. But I think that no matter what you choose, it'll work out. Just make sure that you're getting a good deal for what you're paying, in my opinion. But yeah, it's up to you. I would always suggest that you build it yourself. And before you do this, watch videos. That's what I did. I watched a bunch of videos of people putting together PCs, and that's sort of how I got my inspiration and also how I got a better understanding of what I was getting myself into. And now we're here. Now we have this beautiful machine right behind me. So yeah, with that being said, I can literally speed paint and film and do everything. No regrets. No regrets, just success and just a lot of gratitude and a lot of joy for me building this. And now we're here. Now we're here with my setup. Wait, sorry. My setup. My camera stopped recording. But I think that's should be it for today. I'm really glad I built this PC. I hope I answered some of those comments that were saying that my RAM was overkill or that my video card is bad. My video card is fine. My opinion, I'm able to play games just fine. The only thing I probably need to change is this monitor, because the 240 hertz, they're hurt. Like, they literally don't work anymore. But I'm not gonna change it until it really stops working. It works fine. 144 hertz is still fine. I love it. And yeah, anyways, I really love just everything that I have like right behind. The fact that this is where my setup is now is crazy, because like 5 years ago 5 years ago it was like halfway here. 10 years ago, at the very beginning, it was a lot different. The whole vibe was different. I mean, I was literally a child. And now we're here. But yeah, I'll see you guys next time. I'll make more videos like this for sure, and I'm excited for that. But yeah, see you guys next time. Happy New Year. Hope everything happens that you want to happen and everything goes well. And I'll see you next time. Bye.